Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I want to teach you more deeply a list of principles for visualizing data. And there will be four that we'll look at in the next few minutes. One is that good visualizations include data and its context, and context means the time and place it occurs. The second is making sure the size and the scale is relative to highlight relationships. The third is using text, colors, and images that match the data. And then the fourth is to use color that is simple and non distracting. So, data in the context means not just showing the data, but also where and when it happened. So, in this map, we see where people self identify by race or ethnicity, and that second layer of information really helps us to understand a lot more about Chicago and Chicagoland than a simple list of just how people self identify by household. The second one, the relative size and scale, we can see the amount of conversations that this student had, as well as the importance of them to her and who they're with, just by the way she's layered color and size and the level of value inside of the color. So when we have relative size, we can see really, really clearly that these little yellow and orange bubbles are minor conversations, but she spends a lot more time talking to immediate family, friends, and looks like classmates. Now, when we match our data with images and colors, like this fabric visualization that shows hurricane data, we can see thunderstorms, we can see the amount of rainfall, but we can also see things like wind speed and the amount that the wind has died down over time. So the data is well matched for a hurricane by using the blue, by making sure the images show like this kind of trickling down and the circular shape of the cone of the hurricane. And the last one that is also really important is, as creative as your visualizations will end up being, I'd like to see the colors be fairly simple and non distracting. That's incredibly important for us because if they're too distracting, you won't communicate as well as you could. Now, let's go back to the traditional portraits. Here are the two Fridas. Here's a student's visualization that includes a photograph. For Monday, I want you to answer these questions: how your visualization is going to show the place or time, how your visualization will show changes in size and scale, how the images, colors, and textures or text will reflect your data, and what kinds of colors you're going to use to communicate it in a non distracting way. But then this last question, this fifth question, is how can you integrate parts of your traditional portrait, either a drawing or a photo, into your visualization to help give it another layer of information about you as a person and as a student? And how can that portrait reflect some of the data that you've collected? Then, also on Monday, I'd like you to post two of your drawings from this week, so our prompt drawings, onto a shared slides file, which will be attached to this assignment. I hope you have a great weekend. And again, on Monday, I'll have those Hangout meets open so we can again talk more about your work, about questions you have, and we will keep moving this excellent work forward.